Ever feel like your creativity with AI is stuck behind a bunch of filters and rules? Well, the source material we're digging into today presents a tool that claims to be the answer, a free, uncensored AI toolkit built just for creators. Let's see what it's all about.
So our source sets up this clear showdown. On one side, you've got your mainstream AI tools. You know the draw. Content filters, creative restrictions, and yeah, often a paywall. But this other tool promises the total opposite. No filters, no restrictions, just what it calls pure creative freedom. And this quote from the source, it just perfectly nails their entire pitch. It's a really bold claim, aimed squarely at anyone who's ever felt boxed in by the AI they're using. So what is this thing? The source video calls it Secret AI. It's pitched as this all-in-one platform where you can create characters and generate pretty much any kind of content you want without censorship. Okay, so what can you actually do with it? Well, it's broken down into three main functions: chat, generate, and animate. Let's take a quick look at each one. First up is the AI companion, which is the chat feature. And we're not talking about a simple chatbot here. The idea is that you can have these full, really dynamic conversations with the AI characters. The source even suggests they can take on different roles, like a friend or even a therapist, all depending on how you talk to them. Next, we've got Generate. This is the image creation engine, and its big selling point is that it's uncensored. Our source makes it really clear that users can create images of their characters in, well, any scenario you can think of, and that includes NSFW content. And the third piece of this whole puzzle is Animate. This is pretty cool. It takes a still image that you just made and actually brings it to life. All you do is type in a simple text prompt describing what you want to happen, and the tool turns that static picture into a short animated video. All right, that all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work in practice? The source video gives us a little demo using one of the platform's pre-existing characters. So meet Raven. Her profile on the source material says she's 27 and she's really into vintage costumes. This little backstory is what's supposed to give the AI a personality to work with when you're interacting with her. First, they generate an image. The user in the video types in a simple prompt: generate the character wearing a gown at a coffee shop. The video makes a point to say that the tool keeps Raven's appearance consistent, which, as you know, is a huge deal for this kind of stuff. Now this is where it gets really interesting. They take that brand new image of Raven, and the user just types, "She sips the cup of coffee she's holding in her hand." And just like that, the platform animates the image to do that exact thing. Using pre-made characters is one thing, but a huge feature the source highlights is creating your very own AI companion from the ground up. So let's check out how that works. The whole process is broken down into 4 pretty straightforward steps. You start with the vitals, name, age, the basics. Then you get to design how they look. After that, you shape their personality with traits and interests. And finally, you pick a generated portrait you like, and boom, your new companion is ready to go. And just to show how this works, the source video actually builds a character they name Magnificent. They go through and make all these specific choices for her ethnicity, her look, and her personality, picking things like art student and free-spirited to really define who she is. And here's the kicker. Once you build this custom character, she's not just some static profile. She's fully baked into the system, ready for you to start generating content with her, just like the pre-made characters. So the source video puts this to the test right away. They use a really simple prompt with their new character: generate an image of the character at a pool. This is basically checking if the tool can take that custom look they just designed and put it into a totally new scene. And just like they did with Raven, they take that new image of Magnificent and animate it. But get this, the prompt is even simpler this time: hair movement and gentle smile. It really shows you can create subtle animations without needing a ton of complicated instructions. So what's the end result look like? Well, according to the narrator in the source video, the tool, quotes, creates a high-quality video that looks natural with no glitches or weird body movements. Okay, so we've seen the demos, we've seen how it works. Let's kind of zoom out for a second. What's the big picture here? What does this secret AI tool really represent based on our source material? So when you boil it all down, the tool is being sold as this free, uncensored playground for AI chat, images, and video. Its biggest selling points are being able to create these super customized AI companions, its open support for NSF content, that smooth image-to-video workflow, and the promise of keeping your character looking consistent, All of it wrapped up under this banner of pure creative freedom.
And that brings us to the real heart of the matter. This tool and others like it are built on this powerful promise of pure creative freedom. But it makes you ask a much bigger question, right? As AI gets to the point where it can create literally anything we can imagine, what does that freedom actually look like? When all the guardrails are gone, who gets to decide where the new lines are drawn?